live stream from B-Side. Thanks for tuning in.
We're the KLITZ Sisters.
Yeah, because we're the sisters from the KLITZ. You know what that means?
That's us.
Our last name's Clifton.
We're going to open with Rock Hard.
Go.
1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody dance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rockabilly. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't cry now, I'm used to these lonely nights. Ordinary days keep my mind in a haze. Can't cry now, my heart stopped beating. Honey, when are you gonna quit your cheating? I can't cry now, tears are real pain. Okay, this is a song way back from the 80s. I had a band called the Joy Boys, and it was a co-write with Maggie Foote, if you
Maggie
remember.
Foote.
So here's Doggy Affair.
We're some name droppers. Doggy Affair. You know what she's talking about, Ross.
1, 2, 3, 4. In the yard where the bad dogs are, I'll keep an eye on you. Yeah, you won't go far. Out in the street where the mad dogs roam, you ain't got nothing to eat. Yeah, you got no home. Baby, you know I don't care. It's a doggy affair. Get it up in the air. It's a doggy affair. Yeah, you got no home. Baby, you know I don't care. It's a doggy affair. Get it up in the air. It's a doggy affair. Come when I call. You're gonna be chained. Do what I say, and you take all the blame. Baby, you know I don't care. It's a doggy affair. Get it up in the air. Doggy affair. Doggy affair. Maggie. She really knew how to ride them, didn't she?
Would you say ride them?
Yeah, ride them. Ride the dog.
Hey, automatic.
All right. Here's another one. Original. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's automatic. Boyfriend of mine, he's oh so fine. Got the mechanics when my heart panics. Got the mechanics to my heart when it doesn't wanna turn over and start. He turns me on. He's automatic. All night we'll take a ride. Behind the wheel, you'll make a good guy. I say to you, ride Sally, ride. Kiss me in the country at the hillside. He turns me on. He's automatic. one Alex Chilton wrote and recorded. Yeah, Alex. Here's our anthem, Hook or Crook.
Is it? I thought him.
Their anthem.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. What you do for money? How far would you go for love? I'll try anything. Once 10 times ago, I get it by hook or crook. I steal every trick in the book. If I don't get it, something else will. I kill to assert my will. Only rare regrets. Only settle up snitch. Only find a flame. And that's because you're got rich. Bitch. I get it by hook or crook. I steal every trick in the book. If I don't get it, something else will. I can kill to assert my will. I get it by hook or crook. 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 May you rest in peace and happy birthday, Alex.
It's coming up, isn't it? I think we're on. Hey, thanks for tuning in out there in TV Streamland. We got Turnt, Giant. Shake me on down.
I'm gonna do my Britney Spears imitation. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's been stepping out the back door on me, strutting downtown, but the changes easy. Looking for a lover like a cherry tree, ripe and ready to die the next day. Shake me on down, pull me on the ground, upside down. Shake me on down. Baby likes to go into the woods at night. Howls like a dolly on the woman's delight. Looking for the girl to drink his ripple wine. Oh, he's all mine. Shake me on down. Pull me on the ground. Upside down. Shake me on down. Come on, shake me down. Shake me on down. Put me on the ground. Upside down. Shake me on down. All right, I'm stealing one from Taff Falco tonight. Thank you.
Start out. That's it.
Yes.
Take it a sip.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
But actually, even though I stole it from Tab, he stole it from Alan Page
And Cordell.
and Cordell.
Okay.
And we're keeping it alive. One, two, three. Have you ever called your guy on a Saturday night? You're wanting a date. Don't be late. You're taken by surprise. You realize I'll tango when I do that.
Now, this one's in C, right?
What do you got now? Oh, Best Western.
Oh gosh, okay. This is a country song I recently wrote. I hope y'all like
In C.
it. In C.
In C.
Our country.
Very
song.
important. Easy.
I call this Metal Billy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm working at the Best Western Inn. Always too late and I'm always too wrong. Story of my life, it's such a sad song. Missed that big when I blew it with you. Now I'm working at the Best Western Inn. Yeah, making a wish with every dish I want. All the while got one eye on the clock. There's a teardrop in every cup. I'm missing you at the Best Western Inn. Yeah. I'm missing you at the Best Western Inn. Yeah, yeah, because I'm too old for Hollywood. It's too late for love. Control my money and beauty phase. How on earth can a girl get laid? I'm working at the Best Western Inn. At the Best Western Inn. Come on in, y'all.
Okay, is there a slow one?
That was about my last waitress gig, y'all.
Look at his line.
All right, here's another one. This was one of the first songs we ever wrote. Here we go.
Another one.
Love at first sight could never be right. You're an illusion of what I wanted you to be. Oh, now it's too late. I hope that it's not fate. The heart's gonna pass. Our love is just a looking glass. I'll tell you why. The need unbeat pain, 'cause no one's to blame. The heart's gonna pass. Our love is just a looking glass. I know now love at first sight could never be right. How about that, Ross? You're an illusion of what I wanted you to be. Oh, now it's too late. No, we could not communicate. The heart's gonna pass. Our love is just a looking glass. For Dave Brandon, wherever you may be.
Okay, we rock this one. Long Lonely Weekend. We rock this one.
Okay, Long Lonely Weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was a long, lonely weekend. Yeah, it really ripped my head. It was a long, lonely weekend. All alone in my bed. Can't be strong all weekend long. Can't hold on without you to hold on to. Friday night I went out
live stream event.
Here's another
The
joy boy.
throngs are out there. I know they are.
I wrote this with Jim Duckworth back in the Joy
And the
Boy.
longing.
Here we go.
Really?
1, 2, 3.
Much too much.
Joy, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Taste it. Oh no, no, don't waste it. Yeah, I know you should hang it up. You're too much, don't pace it. Forsake it. Oh no, no, don't fake it. Yeah, I know if you can't take it, you don't need it, don't fake it. Oh no, no. You're much too much, much too much. You're much too much, much too much. You're much too much. Oh, 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 You're much too much, much too much. You're much too much, much too much. You're much too much. Oh, 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 oh. Just know it. No, 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 don't yo-yo it. Yeah, I know, just hang it up. You're too much, don't blow it. No, no, no. You're much too much, you're much too yeah. Thank you. All right, this is where it all began. A Malvern song, 2 chords.
Malverns.
What chords
Long
are they,
live.
Gail?
Those 2 chords, which ones?
E and D, huh?
That's the ed chords. The 2 chords, ed chords, ed chords.
Yeah, ed chords, okay.
Last song, y'all. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 2 chords sound so funny. 2 chords blow your mind. I got 2 chords, lots of boys, crazy toys. I got 2 chords and we sound
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being
Remember
my
to tip your
sister.
bartender.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
Let the masking begin.
Check the mic. Mic. The 57, the way I like it. Yes. Sibilant hiss. Sibilant hiss. Test. The test is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. Let me tell you that. Igor is here. Igor, are you sure you wanted to do this to yourself? Yeah, you fucked up. You did. You showed up when we were playing. But I'd like for you to stay, but it's okay if you leave. I'll understand. Believe me. It always makes me feel good, Igor, when Igor is honest and he says, Ross, your music is shit. I like that. Always makes me feel good. So please feel free to say that tonight, because it's not just my music, it's these guys too. Yeah, right. Now that the pacemakers have called it quits, we're going to be the new Beatle queer band. I started it. I'll finish it. I'm a Beatle queer for you. Are we Turnt? All right. I don't know if you're turning in, but you have tuned into Turnt. Remember, you can always turn it off, but we have to keep going with it. I'd like to dedicate this particular show, if you will, to Igor sitting at the bar. I'm not sure how long he's going to sit there, but he's sitting there now. He can leave. That's always an option. This is America. That's the beauty of this place. But also I'd like to dedicate it to the memory of a friend and a band member I played with, George the Max Reinecke, passed away yesterday or today or something. And the first time I met George, we were playing a New Orleans gig, and we were staying at a house on St. Charles. And he came into the room and he asked me in a real sincere voice, he said, "Do you think I can shoot up this Stelazine?" I said, "Well, George, what I know about Stelazine, that's a very heavy antipsychotic. I'm not sure you'd want to." But George was the first person I met, this was about 40 years ago, who had entire portions of the PDR memorized. This was before pill identifiers or anything like that. George could tell you about. He used to stay with my ex-wife, my wife, and myself. He would come in and say, "Hey, excuse me for a minute. I'm going to wash up," and you would hear the little mirror to the bathroom mirror to the medicine chest creak open, and there'd be about 10 minutes of bottle shuffling, and then he would come out, and I can remember one time he came out and said, "Lauren, if you take this with this, you could overdose." Anyway, I'm sorry. It isn't funny, and it is funny, but George was my second favorite guitarist after Herr Chilton and the Panther Burns, and also George was a very interesting guy because he had I guess you could say a deformed right hand. He had an intact fist, but he had an opposable thumb finger. But he was a really great player, and it didn't slow him down, nor did his lifestyle. But it caught up with him, it caught up with me too. But I'm still here, at least till the end of the show. Hi, Jeremy and Lauren. What you doing over there? We doing? Yeah. Gail came back. Brad can't leave because he knows I'll go over there and go for the high-end liquor. Okay. But anyway, we have some songs that we're going to do. And I'll tell you. Why don't we start with the one at the north of Summer Avenue? And there's a story about this. A friend of mine who went to high school. NA, I haven't been to a NA meeting in years. What are you talking about? Anyway, it's about living north of Summer Avenue and what that means. It means that certain things happen, certain things don't. So I guess we'll just start. Come on. Summer Avenue, it's not exactly Beale. It's a tough white neighborhood. It's a place you might not want to go. You might get jacked. You might get hit. You might get cut. You might get shot. North of Summer Avenue is a place somebody. Here we go. Gentlemen, that was great. These are the guys. Gentlemen, on bass, Bill Webb Jr., a direct descendant of Moses Mordecai. Am I correct? Yes. You know what that makes him. Indeed. And with the mask, sensibly masked, Hans Fallhaber, ladies and gentlemen, on the guitar. And he had the idea to let me have access to a microphone, so whatever happens from here, it's his fault. And Scott Taylor went along with him, so. And me, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's fucked up. I didn't mean to curse, but I did. But another George memory. Once I took George out to my parents' house, and my father always liked to shake hands, and George was right-handed, and George's right hand happened to be the deformed hand, which was just a fist and a forefinger and a opposable thumb finger thing. So anyway, my father said, "Hello there, how are you?" And he reaches over, and George used to enjoy sticking that, I guess you would call it deformed hand or different kind of hand. And my father jumped back. He said, "Whoa, hang on there." And George just smiled at me. And once George got out of trouble when he went over to the Ricky Motel. Speaking of the Ricky Motel and the Key Motel. Speaking of, because not only is it part of the horror stroll, but it's also a cop spot. And I don't mean police. And anyway, he got accosted by some neighborhood toughs or ruffians, you might say, and they were about to, as they say, jack him or hurt him or take what money he had. And George did some quick thinking, and then he pulled that hand out. He said, "Would you hurt a deformed guy like this? Would you hurt somebody whose hand looked like this?" And he's scared. So I'm not sure he got what he came for, but he left without a beating. Those are some, and there are more memories of George coming. But right now, we're going to do one because we're sort of staying in the neighborhood of north of Summer Avenue, and the Chavez Goys, who were, Scott was part of that. The other night we did kind of an anthem type song called Binghamton, USA. And there really are not many more lyrics in Binghamton, USA. I live in Binghamton. I live in Binghamton South, but it's still Binghamton. Binghamton, they say it's Binghamton, but I say it's Binghamton. With the M or with the MP? What's your opinion, Jeremy? Yeah. Me too. Binghamton, USA. Oh, Binghamton. Binghamton, USA. Whoa. It's a place. It's a state of mind. You USA. Yeah! All you patriotic sorts, there's only one neighborhood that might be a little better than Binghamton, and that's Nutbush. And it's hard to tell, where does Binghamton end and Nutbush begin? I don't know, but years ago, about in the mid-'80s, there appeared a series of stories in the Commercial Appeal and also the Press Center, I believe, about people being pulled out of their cars over near National Cemetery, and they weren't robbed, they were just beaten. And that sort of says to me, that's the soul, the spirit of Nutbush. I don't need your money, I just need to beat your ass out by the cemetery. And I think that's pretty damn patriotic, because they were protecting the sanctity, the memory, the honor that is National Cemetery. And I'd like to think that there are still some people who are willing to beat the you-know-what out of somebody for just showing up in Nutbush. So, Nutbush, we love you. And this one is called Warning Nutbush, or Nutbush Warning. I'm not sure. And maybe it's going to go a little slower, but maybe not. Here we go, warning. Nutbush, dead ahead. Why are those young men just standing in the middle of the street? They're people you don't want to meet. People from Nutbush. A few years ago, I dated a woman from Nutbush. I hope she's not listening tonight, because she might come over here and whip my ass. I certainly deserve it for the way I treated her. I'm sorry, and she could do it. She grew up in Nutbush and knew how to fight. I know how to take a beating, but I don't know how to give one. So, if you're thinking about going to Nutbush, USA, think about it twice, because you might not be welcome there. All right, you be Robert Quine, and you be Richard Lloyd, and we'll pretend. Treadwell High. Is Treadwell in Binghamton or Nutbush? I know Kingsbury is in Nutbush. Oh yeah, Kingsbury High School. So you can get a good education there, I'm sure. In Nutbush, you'll get all kinds of education. In fact, you might say you'll learn the facts of life in Nutbush. All right, another George the Mac story. That was what it was. That's what it was a Picasso-esque adventure, treading down the... What happened to Igor? Did Igor even make one song? All right, good. Now that makes me feel good that I can, that maybe I can't clear a whole room, but I can get rid of Igor. And I wanted Igor to stay, but like I said, Igor always delights in coming up to me and saying, Ross, your music, it's shit. And who am I to do it? All right, favorite George the Mac story. We're on tour in a beautiful place called Europe, which is not Nutbush, by the way. And we've just played West Berlin the night before, and we're going to go through East Berlin. And this was 1987. There was something called Checkpoint Charlie. And for those of you who don't know what that was, but it looks like some of you do, it was run by the Stasi state, Stasi Germany. And you might say that our current state of surveillance is modeled on the Stasi state. But anyway, George, we said to George, whatever you have, whatever you might be carrying, either shoot it, snort it, swallow it, or flush it. And he said, oh, yeah. He said, because we don't want to spend the next 20 years in a Stasi state prison. So anyway, we're about 20 miles into East Germany, and he pulls out of his underoos a little bit of something. And you can imagine what that something was. Anyway, you had to be there. That sort of lost. But anyway, this one goes out to the Stasi state. Now, I heard you guys were talking about me when I was talking. What? Do you have a message for me? Good. Oh, the next song. Okay. Staying in the neighborhood, Binghamton, Nutbush, Checkpoint Charlie, Stasi State. I'm thinking about the horse stroll, and the horse stroll that begins it's on Summer Avenue. It's not north of Summer Avenue. It's right on. It goes from Home Street, where I stay at, and it goes over to a little past Hollywood, over to the Ricky Motel and the Key Motel, and where the old Alamo Plaza was, which was where either the Summer Twin or the Alamo Plaza was where you learned about love, right? Am I right about that? Or else in the back of a Buick? You learned the price of love. But what to say about the Ricky Motel? Oh, yes. The whore stroll. Most of those girls, some of those girls are undercover, so don't ask for a price or anything. Just keep on going. But
Slide a piece of paper across the sidewalk.
yeah, just say, can we negotiate terms? But anyway, the Ricky Motel and the Key Motel, I've never really been in either of them, but I know someone, a special someone, who has been in both. And she used to date a guy. He's dead now. He was a bisexual pimp. Yeah, right. And he died of AIDS. And I used to say to her, I said, you know, it's a real shame he died of AIDS, because if he hadn't, I would have had to kill him. And can you threaten a guy that's already dead? And coming from a wimp like me, I don't even have a gun, but I like the way it sounded. Like saying, he mistreated you. He pimped you out. I'm going to kill him. But I probably would have bought him a drink there or something, or said, how much money are you making tonight? Because there's a part of my personality that, that has this sort of a pro bono pimp. In fact, once I pimped a woman a girl, pardon me, we're not talking statutory phase here. We're staying away from that. But anyway, I took her over to someone's house. He said, go find me something sweet, Ross. So, being the pro bono pimp that I was, I went and found somebody sweet and brought her over, and she stayed the weekend. But then I went and got her, and she didn't want to go home. She wanted to be friendly with me. And from there, romance developed, blossomed. We almost married. But the thing is that I thought to myself, am I a pimp or am I not a pimp? So that's the question you'll have to ask yourself right now. Am I not a pimp? Like, why is he saying all this shit? Well, anyway, here we go. And it goes like this: the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Am I not a pimp? Am I not a bad man? Yes, slow again. Am I not a pimp? If I picked some girl up and took her over to a friend's house and she stayed for the purposes of, but no money changed hands. I did it because I wanted to be liked by this man. I didn't know I was going to fall in love, but I did. So what does that make me? What does that make you? Someone who likes to listen to this? You haven't left yet. I guess you're bored. You want to be out. You're tired of the plague. That's why I'm wearing a mask. But it's an invisible mask. Am I not a pimp? Or am I not a man? Am I not a pimp? So I went over to take her back home, and she burned her finger on a candle. She says, oh, we got to wash it off. So we went to the bathroom. And for those of you who have imagination, you can imagine what happened. A little something. So I had trouble, though, because I pimped her out. But I fell in love. So what does that make me? I think that makes me pitiful. A pitiful pro bono pimp. Oh, I'm so street. I'm so street. Yeah, boy. All right, this is really getting embarrassing up here, which I can tell. I can feel things are just going wrong, but I don't have a problem with that. I like to torture people, and Brad, bless his heart, has to stay here, or else people really will steal stuff. I know people. In fact, if somebody wants to, if the next time Brad leaves, I will hold their legs while they go up to the taps, and I'll just, so you can just drink like that. But another song, another George story. Yes, another George story. Pardon? Thank God I'm deaf. But anyway, George was. Oh yes, I took George to my dentist once. He got a steak knife and started jabbing his gums. He wanted a little pain medication. So took him to my dentist, and my dentist looked at me sort of like, why did you bring him here? I got that kind of look. And then we decided to go to the Eason brothers, or the Eason family dentistry in the Elizabeth building. And we were waiting. I mean, it was walk-in. And there were two brothers. There was Dan and Dave, and one is still partners with my brother-in-law, and one is not. And one of them had rather, let's say, a sissified manner. And I have a bit of a sissified manner, but yeah, they're twins, but but one of them pursued, Anyway, so George and I are sitting in the waiting room, and David or Dan comes out and talks and says to one of the patients there, says, "Do you need some more pain medication? Are you feeling uncomfortable? I can write you some more right now." And George looks at me and as if to say, "Yes, we're in the right place." And thank God they're not tearing down the Elizabeth building. There are so many memories there. Leave the Elizabeth building alone, where the pitiful drunks and where people squatted, where people did things. And where pain medication was prescribed freely. Not anymore. This is a new America. So you'll have to take kratom. I make do, okay? They say you can't overdose. I'm trying to find out. All right, anyway. Let's just forget the set list. I think it's time to forget the set list. Yeah. We had forget the set list. And used to know a guy that lived on my grandmother street, Marne Street, across from East High, and he was on a lot of antipsychotics, and he would walk up and down the street no matter what the weather, and with this lower jaw unhinged. No, he was not Tommy Hohen. Sorry, Tommy. All right, I'm sorry, but everybody knows that Tommy liked to do hypnotic sedatives, and they tend to unhinge your lower jaw. I know this, but thank goodness they, as I say in the book, thank goodness they did outlaw the manufacture, retail, and of hypnotic sedatives in America. Hence, explaining my current presence in front of you, because otherwise, well, I would be. I don't think anybody would be here today. It was really the best drug I've ever taken, and I took a couple. Yeah, I dream. I know. People. Yeah, Brad wants to make a movie about, or a documentary about Quaaludes in Memphis, and I think it's worthy. I think we ought to do a fund me for that. Get on your bicycle. But anyway, this is about Quaaludes, and this is about what happened if you took Quaaludes around the wrong person, because that person would suddenly appear attractive, who was once repulsive. And then in the morning, you'd have to look across the pillow, that long, long view across the pillow. And that's where the term Coyote Ugly came from. I'm gonna know my armor, 'cause I took Quaaludes last night. Gonna know my armor, 'cause I went to bed with you. I didn't plan on it, but boy, I did. I took Quaaludes last night, and things were not all right. Quaaludes last night. Yeah, Brad, this is for you. you till the moods wear off. Lose, lose, lose. I used to take lewd. I never took soapers, and I never took RS, because those are just a bit too strong. But I like hypnotic sedatives, at least my memory of them. Hypnotic sedatives are the best drug in the world. They have the flush of benzos and the rush of speed, and they have the yeah, you know what they got. Ooh, they make you want to love somebody. Let's drop our lewds together so they'll hit at the same time. And then you won't be so ugly and I won't be so repulsive. Does anybody remember that? Yeah, yeah. Dr. Malinsky, who would not wear a shirt, but just the white coat and that stomach. And well, I have inherited Dr. Mo's stomach, but all that hair from his chest. There were so many croakers in town, my God. The golden age of croakers, the late 70s, yes indeed. Yeah, that's right. Now you have to go to a pain clinic and a strip mall, and they test you to see if you've... that's right. What? Yes, I've taken my legal dose, and I've been buying on the street too. Duh. Okay. Pain is pain. What is wrong with America? America is trying to enhance. Well, they're trying to harsh my mellow. Let's not. You're trying to harsh my Manello. Harvey Manello is what I meant to say. Brad, that song was about taking Quaaludes, and when we do that documentary about taking Quaaludes in Memphis, we'll work that into the feature film. Speaking of feature films, there's another Alex film coming out that I got to view over the weekend because I'm in it. Why do people let me into these Alex movies? I tell lies. I pretend emotions. I sort of get a little misty-eyed, or put some urine in before. Now that's not true. I really do come to the verge of tears when talking about the subject. But who was the real Alex Chilton? I don't know. But I know this. If you tried to speak for him, he didn't like it. But so I never spoke for him until he was dead, because boy, would he, if I had shown up in one of these films about him, oh man, I would have caught it. from him. I mean, just, if you never got that Cheshire Cat smile from Alex that just indicated complete contempt, you really, yes, you know, that's perfect. That's just like, what did you say, Ross? And just that. That's what I remember. That's what I remember about, I won't say my friend, but my ex-friend. But George Reineke is still dead, and now he and Alex are in heaven, and he's saying, Alex, why did you sleep with my wife when she was still married to me? Alex says, well, just be cool about it, you know. Alex always, I mean, I would somehow meet and gain a girlfriend, and then they would say, oh, you play music in a band. That's really cool. And then I knew that day was coming when they'd have to meet Alex. So as soon as they met Alex, flop, I went on the floor. Until one day, well, we know that story. We shan't say that. He threw the wrong girl away, and I was there to pick up the pieces. And it still didn't help her or me or anyone, but at least it was a change. So speaking of change, Harris Scherner was supposed to play for Spare Change or Change here today. Is Harris outside? Has anybody seen Harris? Harris, are you there? Come on up on stage and do Ballad of El Goodo or something. I don't know, 13. I guess not. So, yes. Well, this is called the Lunati Blues, and it's about a certain family in town who used to run various aspects of the adult entertainment business. One ran the swingers clubs and the whore stroll. There were several whore strolls, also limousines and things like that. One, his wife ran the 1-900 numbers. These were the 90s when you could call and talk about sex. Who wants to do that now when you can just kill a wombat, and then do that? And then there's Ralph. Ralph ran all the, I'm going to say it, titty bars. And so anyway, between them, I had a friend that worked as a daytime DJ there at Platinum Plus, and he finally went back to the church because he got scared of the Redneck Mafia. But I'm not saying that the Lunatis were the Redneck Mafia. By no means am I saying that. But I'm saying that I've got the Lunati Blues because one of my girlfriends confessed to me that she had a threesome with Ernie and her boyfriend. And I don't know what that sort of did something to me. And I've never really gotten over that, having a threesome with Ernie Lunati and her boyfriend. So, yeah, and you just can't scrub that away. I mean, I've been tested, she's been tested, but yeah, you just don't want to pick that scab. So this one's called the No, You Don't. No, you don't, because there's spiders that'll come out of there. Spider. Anyway, enough sex talk. Nasty, that's all I am. I'm just a nasty old man saying nasty things to good Christian people. And a few not so Christian. Okay. I got, hang on a second. Let me set the table. Well, I got the Lunati Blues. I got the Lunati Blues. When I found out you had a threesome with Ernie and your dead bisexual pimp boyfriend. ever going to get over that. And I don't see any reason why I should. Do you? Have you seen Ernie lately? I hope he doesn't shoot me tonight when I'm going in. He is the soul and spirit of Nutbush. Nutbush, USA. Binghamton, USA. Horse Stroll, USA. Ernie was in charge of all of them. At least the parts that Joy and Ralph were. Oh, yeah. I got the Lunati Blues. And I don't think I'm ever going to get over yous having a threesome with Ernie, your boyfriend. Woo! Got the Lunati Blues. Lunati Blues. Because Ernie was not the most physically attractive of men. Nor am I, for that matter. I know. But I'm not sure he paid a lot either. But he ran a swingers club, the Treehouse, the first swingers club in Memphis. And so I guess we have to salute him for that. Ernie Lunati was the redneck Hugh Hefner of Memphis. I'll say it again. Ernie Lunati was the redneck Hugh Hefner of Memphis. He changed the culture. He got rid of all our tired old morals. It's okay. Free love is free. Except when I think about you and your dead boyfriend that I would have killed, and Ernie. He's still a great man, though. Ernie, please don't kill me on the way inside tonight. I'm just making it up. It's made up. I think I need a drink. I've got iced tea and one. And this is mostly Earl Grey, maybe with a little chai. Yeah, vanilla chai. Okay. No, yeah, no alcohol today except for the guys. Set them up on the house. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's time to negotiate some beverages for the band. And what do we have to do, Brad, to do that? There you go. So simple. I would never have thought of that. What do you want?
Maybe let's do a shot of something.
Tell him what to do. Tell him what to do. No.
Drank it all.
He drank. You drank all the Tully?
All the time.
You drank all it. What about a little, God, dog. How about Four Roses? It's coming back. It's really not so bad anymore. You'll take. I'll take anything.
You don't have anything else? One for me.
Not Hans, yes. Hans is going to have a time. Bill, what about you? Shot? He's good. Because he's all right. I'm one of those odd alcoholics who can go for sometimes weeks, months without any alcohol, and then suddenly this bell goes off, and I hear it, and it says drink. And there's nothing that can stop me from drinking except maybe a 6-chamber 38 revolver, but so far nobody's put one in my face when I've asked for a drink.
Here come those drinks. Brad Boswell bringing them up for the band. Let's hear it for the band and Brad Boswell. And let's hear it for this place. B-side staying open during the plague. Somewhat open. Open to the right kind of people. People who take healthful measures, who wear masks. I'm wearing an invisible one, kind of like Tom Cruise wore Invisalign to fix his teeth. Well, I've got an Invisalign mask on. So everybody's safe here. Oh, there's so many things we could sing about, but it always comes back to psychosexual disorders. I think that's really what it's about. I think Freud and Jung and Wilhelm Reich. By the way, Alex Chilton was quite a Wilhelm Reich believer. I can recall in the summer of '76, he discovered a Wilhelm Reich, the orgone box, and he got in trouble with the federal government for trying to market orgone boxes. And also he had orgone cannons in the desert in New Mexico, I think, and he would shoot orgone energy into the air. So I think this one is going to be called Orgone Me Baby. Orgone me baby, I just want to know. Well, I'm not Carl Wilson, so let's try that out. Orgone me baby, shoot that cannon in my direction. Yeah, I want to feel unblocked. I want to feel free. I want to feel the mark of the beast. Oh yeah, orgone. It's for real now. Scientifically proven. No doubt about it. Orgone box. Orgone me baby, or else I'll cry. Orgone me baby, I even die. Orgone me baby, till my eyes pop out my head. Orgone me baby, till I roll over dead. Yeah. The moral of the story, the moral of the song is orgone me baby all night long. Enhance me, make me see what's not really there. Orgone me baby, orgone me baby, orgone me baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Orgone me, baby. Orgone me, baby. Orgone me, baby, 'cause I live. I'm sorry, endings have never been my strength, or should I say strength. Well, I'm drinking well. You saw it. But somebody may have given me some pills. I thought they were supplements, and I thought they were, so I'm not sure what effect they're having. What next? It'll just take a second. Give me a moment to ponder. Ponderosa. Little Joe. Oh, yes, how about John Truby's A Blind Man's Penis is a wreck because he's blind. Vomit on me, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. There was oh yes, let's tell the story. What's his name? Joey from NRBQ, who's now, he sort of drank himself into another place. Anyway, back in the day, in the back of country music magazines, there would be an ad that said, send your lyrics in and we'll put them to music. It doesn't matter what they say. We can make you sound like music. And so you had to send a certain amount of money, and they had a certain, 3 or 4 backing tracks. And so anyway, a guy named John Truby, who's a bit of a performance artist, decided to send in a song called A Blind Man's Penis. And the lyrics, in case you'd like to sing along, and I really hope you will, is a blind man's penis is a wreck because he's blind. Vomit on me, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you think you can do that? It was a turntable hit. Tell you, because we are going to do Methadone Takeout Party. Oh, don't worry about that. Guaranteed. Set closer. It's going to be great. But every song is a set closer, because I can't understand why they're not throwing us off stage. Hey! Catskills comedian. Why? Hey, yeah, yeah. All right. And it sort of was a kind of a Marshall thing. And it went like, a blind man's penis is a wreck because he's blind. Blind. Blind man's penis is a wreck because he's blind. Vomit on me, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blind man's penis is a wreck because he's blind. Vomit on me, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Penis is a wreck because he's blind. Vomit on me, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is a wreck because he's blind. It's a wreck because he's blind. A blind man's penis is a wreck because he's blind. Vomit on me, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the tradition lives on. I heard from a loved one not too long ago that her singer-songwriter boyfriend who lives in Nashville, he's in his 70s now. I'm a little bit below that, not much. Anyway, he stopped writing songs for Mo Bandy and things like that, and having sex with Tanya Tucker on at Tootsie's in the bathroom. Something to do with your life. But anyway, he has embarked on sort of a renewal of the ad, except it's online now. It says, send in your lyrics and we'll put them to music. A day in that studio. You call $75. Where souls go to, yeah. It's on the Where Souls Go to Die label. No, I think that's here. Right, okay. All right. No, but, no. We got to do another song, and another song is about, since we missed Christmas, I spent, oh, this is the Nashville chord system that I'm missing out on here? Oh, sheesh. Why didn't you tell me that? It wouldn't have made any difference. What about the Nashville chord system? It's a B-side. Oh, wait a minute. The B-side is It is not God's will. Exactly that. It is. No, I'll do it in my George Beverly Shea voice. For those of you who remember George Beverly Shea, a Presbyterian. I don't like Presbyterians. I used to be one. It is not God's will that you look at me that way. It is not God's will that you sleep all day. It is not God's will that you had sex with Ernie. There I go again. I've worked it in. Or her dead pimp boyfriend. Were he still alive, would I really? If I had a gun, and I don't. MPD, I do not have a gun. Would I really have shot him? I'd like to think I would have. Because I'm a fake pimp. He was a real pimp. Let's ponder that for a little while. Real pimp. It is not God's will that you drink alcohol. It is not God's will that you come here at all. But I got a feeling God's will doesn't exactly figure in your life, nor in mine. What is God's will? How would you know? Prayer is prayer a way to know God's will? Perhaps. Oh, I'm praying for God's will. Praying for knowledge of God's will. God's will. Yeah. And so, the lessons we learn in the Bible. I'm going to vacation Bible school this summer, or maybe I'll teach it. I just want to do God's will. And so I pray for knowledge. Praying for knowledge of God's will. This is not God's will. But yet we carry on. Shabbos Goy. Who here doesn't know what a Shabbos Goy is? You want to know what a Shabbos Goy is? Elvis Presley was a Shabbos Goy. All right, Elvis, when he lived in Lauderdale Courts, a rabbi lived above him and the beautiful apartment that Vernon, Gladys, and Elvis occupied. And on
Yeah, we're going south.
part of Orthodox Jewish belief is that during Shabbat, Friday night, Saturday, the Sunday, if you will, for Christians, it is the Sabbath. It is a Sabbath. And there are certain restrictions about what you can and can't do. For instance, you cannot turn on your light switch. You cannot turn on your radio. You cannot turn on your television. You cannot turn on your lamp. Am I right? I'm usually wrong. Anyway, you can't light a match. But Elvis would go upstairs and do things for the rabbi because Elvis is rumored to have had some Israeli blood, some Hebrew blood flowing through his veins. What is it? Great-great-grandmother? Something like that. So we see where he got his keen business sense signing with Colonel Parker. He should have gone to the Catskills. That's all I can say. Oh, God. He would have had a better chance. Anyway, a Shabbos Goy is someone who comes over on Friday night, Saturday. A Goyim, Gentile. I am Goyim, I am Gentile. Although I have 2 Jewish children and 1 Jewish ex-wife and a Jewish girlfriend and several... I hate confessional stuff. Anyway, what is a Shabbos Goy? I'm a rockin' Shabbos Goy. Here we go. Am I in C? See me in the morning, then just walk away. I love ballads. I love Diana Ross. Doesn't make me gay. Doesn't make me straight. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't make you straight either.
Yeah, okay. Touch me in the morning, then just walk away. I'm a rockin' Shabbos Goy. I play with my toy. You asked me to turn it on. Well, I'll do it and then I'll be gone. Vernon used to ask Elvis, he'd say, Elvis, why are you going up there to see that Jew? Vernon was a very enlightened man. Vernon used to crawl through Lauderdale courts, so the rumor has it. Vernon. He was not a Shabbos Goy. Oh no. Shabbos Goy. I was born to be a Shabbos Goy. Well now, yeah. Shabbat Goy. What would I do if I wasn't a Shabbos Goy? I'm telling you, it makes my life complete. Try it. What would the Jeeker think of this? Oh, I've got a good George Klein story from one of the brothers who shall remain nameless who lived in Lauderdale courts. And Jimmy was his name, yes. And he said that Gladys begged him to protect Elvis because Elvis did not have manly fighting skills that you needed to have if you were going to hang around Lauderdale courts. So anyway, Jimmy told the story over and over again. He said, it was... I have some messages that are meant for Scott, but he's getting them. I'm so glad. But anyway, Jimmy would say, it was September 1st, 1947. I was at Humes High. George Klein came up to me. He said, I understand you protect the sissies here at Humes High. I would appreciate it if you would protect me. And Jimmy did. He protected Jeeker from ass whoopings because there are a lot of Orthodox Jewish kids living down in the pinch, and they often got beaten up because they were Jewish. Believe it or not, in this enlightened city, can you imagine that? I can't. This town, oh God, paradise on wheels, wouldn't you say? Paradise in a swamp. Oh yes. Who all here thinks that Mick Jagger had his head transplanted onto a 13-year-old boy's body?
He definitely planted something in our...
I do. Something just is not right there. Yes. Something's wrong with him. Really wrong. Ronnie too, yeah. Okay. Because they're just so skinny. Ooh. Who thinks Brian Jones was the sex symbol for the Rolling Stones before he died?
He was like the male Sharon Tate.
Yes, he was. He pretty good looking.
And ended up in kind of a similar situation, you know.
Yeah.
Redlands.
Yeah, no.
Can't call it. I'll save that for next practice.
If you've got an idea, please.
Well, you know, whatever we call this.
Session.
This is kind of what this is exactly what we do. Stand around and talk. Yeah, and Ross does stuff.
Well,
Let's get into the blue material.
the blue material. What we haven't been. I thought we were purple.
We're not going to play the only theme we know.
Which is methadone.
Has that really become our signal?
That is definitely
Methadone is the only medication that cures sexual jealousy. I know this from experience. And I am tortured by the feelings of sexual jealousy. On that note, let's think of a song title. No, I do. Oh yeah, Joe Walsh. When Joe Walsh lived here. And Robbie Robertson. All right, two useless. Corrupt men. All right, so Robbie Robertson broke up the band so he could have a film career. He appeared in Carney with Jodie Foster and Gary Busey. Hell of a film, I gotta say. Yeah, all they needed was Sybil Shepherd and that one. Tell you what, that was one hell of a film. I tell you what, that Robbie, he can portray. Boy, oh boy. And what was Neil Diamond doing in the last waltz? Whoa, somebody escorted him on stage. Woo wee. Oh my God.
Oh, I've had a live mic the whole time. Joe, you rascal.
Martin Scorsese wanted to join the band, I think.
I was about to say, it's like, man.
How much dick sucking? A lot of dick sucking. The Olympics of dick sucking backstage. Man on man. Squirrel on... Are we gone beyond our rate? Yeah, we have gone beyond our rate. All right. Who remembers when Joe Walsh was in town for a year? Detoxing, 89. And
not doing a very good job of it.
And sometimes, yeah, he came here to detox.
Because all our shit's kind of mediocre.
On his own. And he got...
Like,
he got a quantity of methadone, which he used to not exactly successfully detox from King Herod. But anyway, he was a lot of fun because he talked like this, he just talked, yeah. And my girlfriend at the time went over to his house and did him a kind favor. I wonder what the favor was. Can you guess? I think you can. She was so proud. Why do I know? All right, the question which they've heard. Why do I know so many women with commercial sex pass? Does that say something about me? Am I attracted? Yes, I think so. So this one goes out to Joe and Robbie and all the whoremongers and you guys figure that out. The longest detox in recorded human history. Sir Robbie Robertson. No, wait a minute. Robbie didn't take drugs, right? Right. But Joe did. And he came here to Memphis, Tennessee, the detox capital of the world. You want to get off drugs? Oh yeah, you come to Memphis. Mission accomplished. to work this time. I'm certain of it. You'll never take drugs again for as long as you live, because you detoxed in Memphis. Shining light. You'll never have to fight the urge again. It came and it went like a tube of Pepsodent. Something wonderful happened that night. Jealous. I'm obsessed. Jealousy. Yeah, you know why? Methadone takeout party. That's all you're ever gonna need. Methadone takeout party. Look up your sleeve. Yeah, that's right. Takeout party all night. Methadone takeout party. You'll find Methadone takeout party. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a blast. It's been a gas. Turnt has turned you out. And we hope to do it again someday. But right now we gotta go home and scrub some bathtubs and stuff. Run to my girlfriend's house. Beg forgiveness for things I'll never tell her. I hope she'll never know. She doesn't keep up. Methadone takeout party. All right. Methadone takeout party. You're right. Thank you for not leaving. You must have been too drunk and high not to. Appreciate it. And for those of you who might have caught this in your home or maybe driving down the interstate in a truck, well, sorry. I warned you. Mm-hmm. So good night, everyone, and put your masks on, and have a drink and a think, and then we'll have more from the set list for next time. Gosh, it's been wonderful. I think I'm going to put my head on the snare drum and take a nap, okay? All right. Good night. Love you. Loving it, loving you. Loving me, loving you.